Hello, welcome to day 27. February is nearly over. Day 27 of the 10-minute portrait challenge. It's tomorrow is the last day of the month, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this going because I've got to do some other stuff as well. But we'll definitely be repeating the 10-minute portrait practice at some time, because there are so many people that I want to draw, and I love doing this together with you. If this was the only thing that I had to do, I would be happy and fulfilled. I'm loving all of the live streaming and the Drawn Together show Thursdays with Shannon, and it's so much fun. I love drawing together with you. Almost over, I know, but there'll be more. I'm not sure in March if I'll be able to do it daily. But I'm definitely going to do more live streams. I'm going to have to think about it. I'm going to have to think real hard because there are other things I need to get done. But I do love doing this. So, Tom is here, 81 Tizzle, Maya, Janice, Monica. I got your email, Monica. Thank you very much for getting in touch. And cool that you don't use other social media. That's amazing. Today, who knows Nandi Bushell? We're going to sketch Nandi Bushell. I think I've been following Nandi's for like 2 years or so. She's amazing. She's 12 years old. And if you have a look on her YouTube channel, which is, you can click on her name in the description. You can follow her on Instagram and on YouTube. She's an incredible drummer and also plays guitar and bass and saxophone, I think. Hi, Uta and Paula. She's so good. She's amazing. And there are videos, I just had to look up on YouTube, of her 7 years old drumming. And yeah, so now she's 12 and she does all these incredible drumming covers and stuff. I'm going to start drawing and we can keep talking 10 minutes. And there's this really cool thing that happened, I think it was in 21, where she did this drumming challenge with Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters. And they were like drumming back and forward, sending each other videos, and it's amazing to see. She's so good, and a lot of musicians, a lot of people, but a lot of like big musicians have been really encouraging and excited, and it's so cool to see. There's like videos of her chatting with all these amazing musicians. It's like, I don't know how can someone so young be so amazing? I saw I guess everyone's amazing, right? Not everyone's an amazing musician. Like, I saw this video last week or a couple of weeks ago of some like 3-year-old on the drums on a drum kit, and it's just like, wow, there's already this amazing rhythm. Like, I find it quite challenging, and it's incredible to see like someone so good and so young. Like, it's always incredible seeing people who are good at something, and the combination of her being not even a teenager yet and just so good. I don't know. Do you? Yes, she did join the Foo Fighters on stage. That's right. This is Nandi's the kid who joined the Foo Fighters on stage. I've made their ears a bit big. Few things. Bit of a caricature flair. A few things not kind of like the reference, but that's okay. So she joined the Foo Fighters on stage. There's like a video. I've linked to a System of a Down cover, Toxicity, in the description. Check that out. She's just so good. And I showed Icon, who's he's 9, and so yeah, when I first saw Nandi's videos, she was 10, I guess, and doing these really incredible covers of like just some really incredible songs. And I have great trouble trying to coordinate my hands and feet at the same time, so it's just so impressive. And it's really like, she's so excited and joyful, and it's really so much fun watching her drum. So yeah, she's obviously a lot of people have resonated with her joy and ability. It's interesting, something in my drawing, she's kind of like looking down, where she kind of should be looking a bit more towards us, I guess. I took this screenshot from a video where she's getting a video from Dave Grohl, and we sketched Jimi Hendrix yesterday, and on her desk was a I'm just going to put some drumsticks in here, something that looks a bit like drumsticks. On her desk was a photo of Jimi Hendrix, which was pretty cool since we drew him yesterday. So a lot of people say about drawing that, oh, I don't know how you can draw, I can't even draw a straight line. I can't draw straight lines either. You don't have to be able to draw straight lines to be able to draw. Let's put some ink in. Hi, Chris. What do I want to do? How clean are my brushes? Yeah, so what's going to happen tomorrow? We'll be sketching Ed Sheeran, who my mum adores. And when I was like, who do you think we should draw? Mum was like, Ed Sheeran. So we'll do a sketch of Ed Sheeran, and I'm going to flip through all of my sketches from the month. So once we finish the 10-minute portrait, I'll have a look at everything I've done, everything we've been doing. Be an interesting time to opportunity to look back on the sketches that we've been doing. I'm using the water brush, getting some of the ink here, but I want to be able to really get much lighter with it. So yeah, I'll flip back, have a look through everything. I've really enjoyed working with ink so much this month. There are a few things like in the process that I've really kind of have a new insight into the way I can work efficiently with time pressure using ink. So it's been really interesting. I hope you've all been learning stuff as well. And yeah, it'd be really interesting just to kind of see how everyone's done, how everyone's doing. It's been a really awesome month doing all these sketches together. I'm a bit apprehensive right now because I don't want to go in too heavy with such a young, flawless face. It's always a bit of a challenge. Any Ed Sheeran fans here? I don't really know much of his music, but I just found that he has a Pokemon song. And yeah, it's been a while now, Pokemon fever in my house with my kids. So I'll be able to show my kids the Pokemon song video, which they'll love. Alright, give that a moment to dry. I have an idea. Hope it's going to work out. Hi Charlotte, good morning. Up nice and early. I wonder if this is going to work. Yeah, so all sorts of cool things have been happening for Nandi Bushell. And we did a sketch of Maynard James Keenan, who's obviously not a drummer, but from the band Tool. And in my YouTube stories, I shared a reel of hers where she's covering 46 and 2 by Tool, which is an amazing song. And it's so cool to see her. She gets so excited about the music and she really gets wild. I was taking screenshots to get reference of Nandi, and so many awesome, wild, excited faces. And she's like shouting and joyful. And if you're not familiar with her, definitely check her out because it's like so inspiring. I'm never gonna be able to be an amazing drummer, but it's just like inspiring to see what humans and young humans are capable of. Like, it's amazing. I wonder what. Obviously, she's in a family situation where her musical ability has been really supported and encouraged, but I wonder, like, that certain people just, like, what sets them up to achieve such incredible things. And she's just a wild musician at such a young age. It's so cool, and it'll be so interesting to see how she kind of evolves and what she does, and like in what kind of musical directions she goes. And she's just such a cool kid. All right, a little bit of time left. This is the Winky. I could keep going. With musicians. I was just wondering, Charlotte. Like, there are other things I need to get done, and I've got to have a good think about it, because I've got some deadlines I need to meet in March, and I've got to figure out how I can do it. I'm not going to be able to do it in the same kind of capacity. This month I've spent so much time getting into the story of each of the musicians. I still have a bunch of musicians reference and suggestions, people for us to draw. So if March is going to happen, I've got to make it a bit more streamlined from my side. So I'm wondering, maybe someone here in the chat has a suggestion. It would be really helpful if I'm going to do March, to choose a subject where I can be like, okay, it's just this, bam, and not every day to be delving into that particular. Okay, this is like 13 seconds left. I've got to move it out of the way. How to, find a way to economize on my preparation, because that would make it more doable for me. So if I was like, okay, there are 31 of these people, and these are the people we're going to draw, and just like bam, 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 it's going to be like that, and I don't have to put so much time into finding and researching. It's something I love, but in March I'm not going to be able to do it to the same extent that I have in February. But I would really love to just keep going, because it's so much fun. So that's our challenge, your challenge and my challenge in the next 2 days, to figure out how is it going to be possible for me to keep the ball rolling. I totally want to do it. I just got to make sure I can carve out time to get other stuff done effectively. And it's funny, because even though this is only 10 minutes, somehow it's still quite a bit of effort going into making it all happen. But I love it. It's cool. So yeah, will it be musicians? Should we just keep doing musicians? Could we do like or something different? All right, this is cool. Thank you, Nandi, for being such an amazing musician, so inspiring. Thank you, everyone, for drawing along. Hey, Lewis. Cool. Happy Monday. Lewis wrote to me after seeing the stories and like, wow, this kid is so amazing. Like, yeah, I guess a lot of people have become aware of Nandi. Like, it was so cool, like what she was doing with Dave Grohl, because it was like during the pandemic, and it was just like watching the way, I guess a lot of musicians were at home, not on tour, and a lot of people kind of reached out and gave Nandi gifts of instruments and like making music together online, and there's just so much cool stuff happening. All right. Looks like a pirate flag. Exactly. That's what I thought. It's the drumming Jolly Roger pirate flag. That's it for today. Does anyone have any thoughts on... I was drawing off frame most of the time. Anyone have any thoughts on how to make March possible, and reducing my kind of time investment into preparing all the time? couple of the artists post a photo and then people sketch along when they have time. The recording, like the being here and doing it, is not the most time intensive thing because it's like 10 minutes, but somehow, I don't know. I just gotta ponder on it a bit because I'd love to keep going. I just gotta figure out how I could make it work. But it's cool. Like it's nice to see that people are resonating with it. People are jumping on and like, oh, I'm late to the challenge, and my YouTube channel is growing, which is exciting because the more this keeps kind of rolling along, like I'd love to be able to dedicate more and more time to it because it's super fun. Yeah, all right. But that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, with in addition to doing the sketch, I'm going to go back through all of these portraits and see what we've done throughout the month. And I'd love to have you, if you have the moment, maybe bring some lunch, and we can have a look at all of these sketches together. And I'd love to see yours. So keep sharing, use these hashtags, and I'll see you tomorrow.